Okay, so here's the update I mentioned about the revised uh, steps for the spout, and uh, and also for the oh god, there's background noise that's annoying me, and also for the god, shut up. Okay, and also for the handle, the teapot handle, right? Because you may or may not run into some frustrating moments um, with the previous technique on the video. Those techniques are good, and I can see why Professor Richard made them, because to reinforce the learning process of the previous tools and making the top as the main body. But for this part, the spout and the handle, maybe we could make some adjustments. Yeah, in terms of what process to use. Yeah. All right. So okay. Um, here is I'll show you what I made, and yeah, here's that one. Wait, no, well that one's, yeah, forget that. Um, where's the other one? Yeah, here. So here's the spout. Okay, I kind of modified it a bit to get a shape that I liked. Oh, by the way, I'm hiding it by pressing H as in Henry. And this is called a group. I just made a group and just threw everything in there because it's so long and stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna make that handle and spout. All right, so 2 minutes already. So first thing I did was my reference image that we have here was really bright, and which is this one, right? So far, hopefully you have this set up in the previous tutorial that Professor Richard kindly made for us. And so it's like this. It's super bright. So I wanted to dim it down because I couldn't see too well. And the way I did that was, I'm gonna go back. Okay, I'm gonna slow things down for you guys. And I grabbed it, right? Let me name this first. Side. So I grabbed it. Here's image plane side. Here's my channel box. Okay. And to manipulate the material, I need to go to the attribute editor tab. This guy right there. See that? To manipulate the material quality of this reference image card. Attribute editor, this tab. But there's one tab, another tab, and another tab. So it gets kind of confusing, right? But it's this one, this tab, and you see the image. So under color gain, if I tone it down, see that? Like that. See how much easier it is on the eyes? So that's what I did. Again, that's the attribute editor. First, make sure you select it. That way it activates with the contents. Okay, because if you don't, you won't see anything. Anyway, so I'm happy with that. Again, color gain, crank it down a bit. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my channel box. Okay, I need my channel box in general. And other thing too is I have my image plane in a layer, display layer. I think Professor Richard had also made it as well. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he did. But anyhow, I have it in here, named, and I'm gonna just set it over here. I'm gonna click here to R for reference so I cannot grab onto it accidentally. All right, just in case. Space bar, okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna spacebar again, and here I'm going to go. Make sure you're under modeling. Create NURBS primitives. Circle, and you know it's down here. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna just name it with a little dash, and I'm gonna put a handle, and then I'm gonna put 1. The reason why is that way we know what it is, and I put a 1 that way we're gonna make copies. It's gonna go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 10 blah 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 blah. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna press W for the move tool. Okay, always know where you are on the compass. Okay, see, now I'm facing the right side. I'm gonna lift it up again. When I lift it up, I'm gonna grab the arrow up. Don't just grab it anywhere like this. You literally gotta pick the arrow up. Then carefully, be careful of these guys. These are for scaling. Just pick this right here, push it back. Okay, and you will notice that it is not the right way. What I mean by not the right way, I need to rotate it, which you'll see. I'm gonna press E as in Edward. Okay, and when you're using the rotate tool, again, that's E as in Edward. Right? Do not grab this yellow one. For whatever reason, it can go out of whack. So I'm gonna grab the red one, the red axis, so that it will rotate exactly in that rotational axis. Red one right here, how it changes color, right? Rotate like that. See? And if you look here, the handle right here, rotate X, that's for red. Press 90, so it's a perfect perfect angle, straight. I press W, and you see now the arrow is facing down because we rotated it. Okay, that's the reason why it's upside down, because we rotated it. And then now I need to scale it and shape it better. So I'm gonna press R as in Robert. Okay, and you see this center right here? I'm gonna, with my left mouse button, I'm gonna click here. Don't touch any of these other guys. This guy right here, left click on it, yank it towards my left. Okay, and then let go. W, I'm gonna yank it down so I can kind of, you know, do that. And now I'm trying to get a feel for it. Okay, 1 second. And then I'm going to, I need to stretch it this way. Alright, so I'm gonna press R as in Robert, and I'm gonna pull. You see this red one right here? That's your red scale tool for the X axis going this way. Right, don't grab this, don't grab that, don't grab any of that. Carefully grab that, yank it. Right there, see? So I'm gonna yank it about, and like here, like 0.583-ish, just to get a feel of it. See, I'm trying to imagine the girth of the handle, right, or the thickness of the handle. You know, just make it what, 0.6. See, I'm trying to imagine it. Okay, and then next thing I'll do is just press W, because before it was set to R for scale. I'll press W, and I'm gonna right click, and I'm gonna go Control Vertex. Okay, again, make sure it's selected, right click, Control Vertex. Oh, you gotta be careful, because if you're hovering over another object, it's gonna turn on its vertices for that object. It's annoying. So I have that selected. Right around here, right click, control vertex. See? It's annoying, but just bear with me. Right here, I'm gonna press 4. 4 is for wireframe. Alright? And I'm gonna just carefully grab these 3. See? Okay, again, I'll do it again. Make sure I'm not grabbing these guys. Only this. See? Again, that was 4 for wireframe. And then I'm gonna press R for Robert. And I'm going to see this guy right here? Right here, that's the cube and the line like that. See that? Alright. This thing right here. I'm gonna yank it, this guy right there. See? So now I'm imagining my handle like that. Get a nice going around like that. That's what I was trying to do. But in addition to that, I need to go to this side. Okay. And maybe this might be confusing having this reference here. So under my side image, I'm gonna click on the V for visibility to turn it off so you guys can see better. And I'm gonna grab these. Okay. Again, all these dots, I had it done it by control vertex. Okay. Making sure you select it first. And R is for the scale. And I'm gonna grab this guy. You see right here? Anything that I want to smash all to one side, I look at it around, okay, and right here, see? Like that. Press W, or I can just click outside here so you can get a good look. Alright, so I did that. But I'm still in my component mode. Component means to be able to manipulate the components of your object. I want it to be in object mode. Okay, so this part will be a little bit annoying for you, but I'm gonna right click, right, object mode. And that's how we turn it into just the object. So you can't mess with the little intricacies of what it's made out of. Only an object. Okay. And then I'm gonna push it in. See? Push it in. Like way inside. The reason why is I'm gonna press 5. 5 is for shaded. I'm gonna zoom in. Hopefully you guys remember how to zoom in. Right? Because it needs to break through this barrier. You see that barrier? See? I'm gonna zoom back in. Zoom, 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 zoom. And see how I have an inner wall and an outer wall. This is my outer wall, inner wall. Right, like this much is good. Okay. Next thing, my teapot body, right here in this layer, right, on, off, on, off. I'm gonna press it to R, so I can't touch it. Right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna press 4 so I can grab my handle, teapot handle I was making. Okay, press 5. Alright, now I'm gonna press Control D as in David again. Control D, make sure you have it selected. Press Control D. I made an extra. Now I'm gonna make sure I'm in W for move. I'm gonna yank it this way. See? Good. Zoom in. Pull out a bit like here. Okay. Then I'm gonna turn my side reference image back on. Alright. Now I'm gonna go to my side profile. Press spacebar. Now I'm in my side. Press spacebar. Zoom in. Okay. And I know how there's variances in the sizing, but for now I'm gonna keep it like this. So you know what? Maybe Y and Z I'm just gonna make it 0.37. 0.37. In case if you're the type that likes to punch in numbers, right? And remember, be in the channel box. Have your item selected. And then from here, I'm gonna control D as in David. See how I made it? But it's overlapping. I'm gonna pull it back around here. And one of the tricks of the trade is to space each one evenly. There's a reason why in modeling they like to do things like this for a reason. Anyway, so I'm gonna press. I have my third one, right? I'll press Control D again. Come on, why didn't you do that? Control D. Made it my fourth one. I'm gonna pull it back right around here. Okay. Again, I'm in my side view. I'm gonna press Control D. Made my fifth one. I'm gonna pull it back right around here, and you notice it's starting to turn, right? So I'm gonna match that turning radius. I'm gonna press E as in Edward. Carefully, I'm only gonna turn here, this rotational arc, not this one, this one. Don't ask me why, this one. There's a reason why, but I don't wanna make this video too long, so this one right there. Carefully turn it, see? If you end up doing something like this, you screwed up, right? So press Z as in zebra to undo it. Now I'm gonna press W, right? And move it down like that. If your up and down arrows, move handles don't look like this, okay? It may look like just a perfect right angle. All I want you to do is press Shift, right click. Wait, hold on. Yeah, press Control and Shift. Okay, so press Control and Shift. Hold down Control and Shift. See how it turns into a plus sign. And then right click and hold. And go to World. And let go. Everything. This is what your handle, up and down handle, would probably look like. Your up and across handle, which is not what I want. I don't want to do like that. I want, you see what I mean. I'm going to press Control, hold down Control, hold down Shift, hold down right button, right mouse button, go to object mode. Go to object mode and let go. And see, I like this better. There's moments where I like to move things in its object orientation. Okay, so again, Control, hold down Shift, hold down right mouse button. You can choose between object and world. Only work with these two for now. Don't mess with these other guys. Alright, and I'm gonna just let go. Alright, so I'm keeping my spacing right around here, right around there. And I'm gonna press Control D as in David again, make a new one. I'm gonna move it. Now I'm also gonna mess with the rotation. Press E as in Edward. And the red axis is what I want to rotate through. That. See? Press W. Maybe move around here. Good, equal spacing. Then I'm going to press Control D again. Made another one. I'm going to yank it and I need to rotate it. Press E as in Edward. I'm going to rotate through here, this rotational arc. Press W. See that? I can grab from here, and it's safe to do so because I'm in my side profile. I won't yank it back in backwards in space or do something crazy and weird. Sometimes 3D will do that. Oftentimes if you're in perspective mode. So I'm in side mode, so I can grab it from the middle. Do something like this. So you kind of carefully eyeball it. You just imagine the shape of it turning and the spacing consideration. Then I'm going to press Control D again, made another one. I'm going to yank it down right? And you see how it's rotating like this? You see the rotational arc? I'm going to press E as in Edward. I'm going to rotate it. It's very similar to when you learn still life drawing, and they teach you how about the importance of construction lines. These are your still life construction lines that you would make to draw the volume of your object's volume. It's equivalent to that. And I keep my spacing, just like even in drawing, you keep your spacing when you do your construction lines. Then I'm going to do Control D. I'm going to yank it back, right? And I don't like the rotational arc of it. So I'm going to press E as in Edward. I'm going to rotate this arc again, not the blue colored teal, this one. Good. Press W. All right, good. Got nice spacing. Control D again, made another one, yank it down. I'm gonna press E as in Edward, rotate like that. And now I'm not worrying about the width of it, right? We're gonna worry about that later. You'll see why. There's a reason why I'm not messing with this different size variables. But my spacing, I'm always keeping in consideration. Control D as in David, made another one, yank it down. I'm gonna press E as in Edward, rotate it. Good. And then I'm gonna press Control D as in David, press W, yank it down, press E as in Edward. I'm gonna rotate. Perfect rotation, make it straight. If I look over here on the rotate X, that's the rotate X plane, right? Make it just a perfect negative 90 degrees. That way you get a perfect 90 degree. Press W and something like that. Maybe like that. Just imagining going down like that. Then I'm going to do another Control D, yank it back, all the way back here, press 4 so I can see. And I'm just imagining it penetrating all the way through the double layers of the teapot body right around there. Okay, and I let go. So I'm imagining like that. Next, I'm gonna grab the first one. See how important the numbers are? Because I have to grab the first one. Press and hold Shift. Okay. On number 13, right? I'm gonna click on 13 while I'm still pressing and holding Shift, right? To select everything. Again, what I did was I grabbed the first one, I press Shift and hold it, and then I clicked on 13 to grab all of that. Then I'm gonna go into surfaces, and then I'm going to, alright, so I was under surfaces and then loft. Let me just double check its options box. Blah 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 blah. Let me go edit, reset, make sure everything is normal, and then loft. Now we have it. Spacebar to get out of it. Spacebar again. Oh, look at that. Made it inside out. Look. Okay, hold on. Okay, so as you can see, it looks weird, right? Like you see the inside, but you can't see the outside. Oh, that's because the surface shading, the skin, is flipped inward. And that's the reason why is because of the initial rotation of my these handles. You see those handles? Remember how I rotated it? yeah, so but it's nothing bad. What I'm gonna do is I was just explaining why they did that. So I'm gonna select it, right? It's just this one. So this lofted surface is the result of doing that thing, lofting. So it made that for you, where we selected all of that, we lofted it, and here's our end product. Okay. With our end product selected, I'm gonna go to surfaces, all the way down, reverse. I'm gonna flip it. Boom. See? And I'm going to hide my reference image. If you notice, the material is not shiny, whereas this one is shiny. That's because I gave it a blend. In modeling, that's a common trick, to give it a blend shader so you get to see information in terms of the highlights. That's under the shade, hypershade. The hypershade is here. See that cue ball looking thing? Click it. And you probably don't have it here, but what you do is, and this won't be too hard for you, under Maya, surface, right? Blend, and made it. Maya, surface, blend. Here's my new extra material, and that's how I made it. Again, this thing right here is this hypershade. You have to learn this anyway, so don't panic. So I'm gonna apply this shiny blend shader ball to the handle. So what I'm gonna do is grab it, right? Lofted surface 2. As a matter of fact, shut up. I'm gonna name it Teapot handle. Teapot handle. I named it. Basically, I click here and I name it. So I grab it. While I grab it, in my new blend material over here, don't click on it. Whatever you do not click on it. If you click on it, you lose that selection. I had a lot of students do that. Okay, I'm gonna select it, right? Over here, right click on it, not left, right click on it, assign material to viewport selection. So yeah, assign material to viewport selection. Right click, right? You right click on it, okay, and assign. So now you see it has a shiny little shade to it. That's how you do it. I close that window. But you'll notice how here there's a bulge, an ugly bulge that I don't like. That's the reason why is because this is how it interprets the information, So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press the space bar. I'm gonna go here, press the space bar, and you gotta make sure to have this panel activated. So basically you could just middle mouse button, middle mouse button, middle mouse button, or middle mouse button to highlight that panel, and then press spacebar. Zoom in. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna press 5, and I'm gonna select this, not this. I'm gonna click outside this, the frame, the initial frame. I'm gonna yank. Ooh, I thought I could do that. Alright, so regarding this little annoying bulge, which is it annoys me. So what you could do is you could select the lofted surface, right? And under the channel box, you see all this stuff like inputs. This here, reverse surface, that's the building construction record that we did where we flipped it so we can see the skin, outer skin, remember? This is a loft where we select all the handles and did the services loft. So this is a recorded of events that we did. So I'm just explaining that, but I'm gonna go back to our first recorded event, and under uniform, I'm gonna press click on it and type in 0. That means it turned off. Explaining this is a drag. It's a whole bunch of technical terminology that manipulates how the computer algorithm dictates how it behaves, you know? So all I have to say is just turn it off, and it'll maintain something more predictable. Yeah. So that works. Okay. And you'll notice how certain aspects will bulge up a bit, which is so annoying. Anyway, the way I did that, I selected it under loft. Before it was 1, press 0. And you take a look at it, you know, I'm okay with it. Something like that. And then from there, if you want, you could do no, you know what? Let me think about that. You know what? For now, this is good. Overall, the thickness of it, you know, it's you could imagine that it's this thick and it could hold that weight. I'm gonna select these guys. I'm gonna just press H as in Henry, just so I can get rid of it. And I didn't literally get rid of it. I just hit it. When you press H, it hides it, so I can see a bit better. Yeah, and yeah, it's like a teapot handle. So that's how you make that. And I'm gonna go back and make another tutorial on fine-tuning some of these little annoying things that I find annoying, but I won't make you guys sit through that. Probably be it for another tutorial. Next tutorial later on is gonna be for the spout. Yeah. Okay, and that's about it. Bye bye.